Okay, here we go. I'm so excited. Okay, so these are short, super powerful Facebook Lives where I am just coaching you through whatever you're going through. But these lives are just like this whole group they're just coming to me from my heart, my soul, and I have these messages that I just know that I need to share. So today we are going to talk about not being available. And I put that on there in such a way that it would kind of like get you thinking. So as you jump on, say hi, I'm going to comment because sometimes comments don't come through until I comment, so that worked. Okay, so I'm just gonna give it a moment. I think that I'm going to be fighting the sun, but it is 70 degrees outside, at least 70. It's probably a lot warmer than that actually, and it's Texas. So I want to talk about not being available for anything. Hi, Phil. Hi. So not being available for anything else but what you want. And what that means is when you're following your heart, when you're following your soul, when you're creating the life that you want, then you just do that. You just focus on that and don't be available for anything else. So that means that if you are working, hey Sam, you made it. Okay. So that means if you are working on, hey, okay, good. So don't be available for anything but what you want, okay? Especially, well, like if it's coming from your heart, if it's coming from your soul, that is the most powerful thing in the world. That is exactly how I manifested my business. That is exactly how I manifested winning my bodybuilding competition. That is exactly how I manifested this group. That is exactly how I manifested all of you. Hey Kevin, oh my God, everybody's on here. Because it came from my heart, it came from my soul. And when you follow your heart, when you follow your soul, you're not going to be doing things that you hate. You're going to be doing things that you love, that inspire you. And it's about not being available for anything else. So I'm going to give a few examples. And if you want, type in the comments what you're working on manifesting, and I can give you an example. According to like whatever comes up, because I know everybody's working on different things. So my cat, we had problems at the beginning. She was a little kitten, she cried, she was just like really needy, and I was not available for her to run after me screaming, new higher paying career, awesome, good. I was not available for her screaming at me for food. So when I made that decision, I actually, when she cries, I will go, no, like, and put my hand up, and she knows that she's not supposed to do that. I trained her by ignoring her, by putting my hand up and like not giving any energy to that, and by the squirt gun, and I got an automatic feeder, right? So I took action that showed her, and I trained a cat. So if you can train a cat, you can do anything, right? So I showed her that I was unavailable for her crying. Promotion at work, soulmate relationship, abundance of money, abundance Just want it all. I love it. Okay. So I showed her by my actions and by my energy, by not being available for her crying, that I was not available for anything but what I wanted. She wasn't going to cry. She wasn't going to follow me around. So, higher paying career. Being what's the word? What am I saying? Being unavailable for anything but that. That does not mean quitting your job and just like you're not going to work until you get that higher paying career. It means deciding that allergy season, deciding that you are going to get that and you're going to do whatever it takes. So when you make this soul-based decision that you want to call in more money, to make more money, to get a higher paying career, you make it a decision inside of you and you are unavailable for anything else. That means if someone comes to you with a job with less money than you're making, then you shut that down. You shut down the energy to that, right? You just automatically say no. That also means if you are running a business and you are manifesting a certain amount of money, you are unavailable not to get that money, right? Because the money is already out there. It's already yours. Everything that you want, if you take a look at yesterday's video, everything is in abundance. That means time, money, love, all those things are abundant. And if you go off of that belief, why shouldn't you have more money? Why shouldn't you have a higher paying career? Right? Post your questions if you have questions along the way. So if you know that everything's abundant, then why are you available for something that is less than what you want, what your heart wants? Now there is a distinction, right? Because I can just decide that I am going to go out and get a Porsche today and I'm unavailable for anything else. The thing with that is I don't want a Porsche. My heart doesn't want a Porsche, right? So I'm not really fully committed to that Porsche. Probably won't get it. Probably will give up, right? But if I wanted it, if my soul wanted it, and yes, you can want something extravagant, right? Because everything is abundant. If my soul wanted a Porsche, then I would check in with myself and be unavailable for anything else, right? And sometimes it takes a little bit longer, especially if you're new to manifesting, right? Takes a little bit longer to learn how to do this. Now, for example, when I manifested Marco, when I manifested, I think everybody's up to date, right? When I manifested my future husband, I was struggling for a year to try to get into a relationship. I was like, why don't you want a relationship? And he kept telling me that he was not ready for a relationship. Now, I knew that I loved him, he loved me, and I knew that we were supposed to be together, that we were soulmates. And I was unavailable. I just didn't know how to manifest, and I had a lot of work to do. I was unavailable for anything else. But at some point in that, I kind of gave up and thought, okay, maybe I'm not supposed to be with him, right? And so I started dating, and then the universe sent me some signs that wasn't supposed to happen. I just got really shitty dates, really shit. Like, at 42, I've never had a bad date until last year. Right? And when I went on those dates, I decided I was unavailable for shitty dates. And so I shut that down pretty quickly, right? Does that mean you put on your vision boards what you put on your vision board should be super specific or a little more general depending on what you want? I would say if you want a Porsche, you have to put a Porsche. You have to be specific with the universe. Now, say you want a Porsche, right? But you want more of the feeling of the Porsche. If the universe gives you something, I don't know what you can compare, like a Tesla, right? If the universe hands you a Tesla and you feel the same way you feel in a Porsche, and you're like, well, I love this Tesla. Should I take it or not? You should take it, right? Sometimes it's your vision board and what you want just becomes a representation, but you need to be specific in asking for what you want. And it doesn't always mean that it's going to show up exactly the way, like you may not get a Porsche. You may, okay, cool. But being unavailable for, if you want a Porsche, being unavailable for the Honda Civic, right? I'm just going to wait till I get a Honda Civic. So I got to a point where I just was unavailable on May 31st when I wrote in my journal that what did I say? I was so grateful to be married to Marco, right? And I decided that I was unavailable for anything else. And I totally internally committed to that outcome. Now, I also, when you put out to the universe, you say that or something better, right? Because maybe the universe wants to give you something better, and don't turn that down. So put out what you want and be energetically unavailable for anything else. When I created this group, I was energetically unavailable for anything else. I wanted something that was super powerful, where I could call in my soulmate clients, where I can just send you guys love every single day. And I didn't know exactly how that would look, but I just followed my soul every step of the way. And I knew how many people I wanted in, and I was unavailable for anything else. And last night, there came a point where I thought, is this actually going to happen? And I had to decide that, nope, I don't know how it's going to happen. I'm just unavailable for this not to happen. And so I just kept getting inspiration after inspiration to message certain people. You guys all know I private messaged pretty much every one of you, asking you, telling you that you needed to be here because this was going to be the most powerful month for you and it was going to change your life. I was unavailable for anything else because I knew my heart wanted this, and I knew you guys needed this. This is all from love, all from soul, and that was it. It was just going to happen. Now, if you live your life from heart, from soul, from manifesting, it's just so powerful. It's so powerful. And I know that you guys are in different points in your journey with this. Some of you are pretty advanced. Some of you still are trying to manifest everything, but you're still advanced. All the things, right? But be unavailable for anything but getting what you want. Because like we said yesterday, everything is abundant. Just like air. If you are not getting the money you want, you have to realize that it's abundant, just like oxygen. And when you have that perspective, you think, well, if it's abundant, then it should be easy to come by, and then things start to shift, right? So that is it for today. If you have questions, comment below, and I will answer your questions and help you through anything and everything. So the more you comment, the more you ask questions, the better everything is for everybody, because you're not the only one with that question. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I believe 6 p.m. Central. Had to come in early today, but I will see you guys tomorrow.